Welcome back, another Subaru video. So, you may have seen a couple of weeks ago that we installed the STI rear box onto the Subaru. Now the main problem I have with this is it's a standard box, which means when we go to mapping it's still going to have some kind of restrictions in it. We can tell it's got restrictions in it because of how quiet it is. Now, the main other problem is, if you're looking down, you can't really see them unless you're right the way down. So if you're looking down there, I want them to surpass the bumper so you can kind of see them a bit more, and they want to be a little bit tiny bit bigger, and I want to line them up in the middle of those holes a little bit more. So I went and got myself a Japspeed full catback system. Comes with a decat, but I'm not doing a decat because I want to keep it MOT friendly. But yeah, we've got two center sections, the mid box, the back box, sorry. Mid box is there, but it's tiny. And then we have twin 4-inch tips and all our gaskets and bolts. So, should be a lot louder. Don't know how loud it's going to be, but it should be a lot nicer. A lot more free flowing, because the system I have at the moment is 2.5 inches and this is 2.75. It won't make a lot of difference, but might increase a little bit of torque. But yeah, let's crack onto it and get this old STI box off, which I've just literally put on, and work our way back to the cat and crack on with it. I think is predominantly on the left hand side of the car. There's not much room underneath this car because it's been lowered, but I think it's predominantly on this side. So we're going to jack up the passenger side and see what we're working with, see how easy it is to get this done, because we've got limited time to do this. We've got about 3 or 4 hours, and if you remember when we did Ollie's Japspeed exhaust when we first started, the fitment wasn't great, so we had to completely drill out all the flanges. So hopefully this is a little tiny bit better. But yeah, let's get into it.
So we now have the car jacked up and fully on axle stands on the chassis rail on the left hand side, because it's more accessible to the exhaust. And just got to start working our way back now, really. So yeah, can do. So yeah, the first, well, alright, we'll start out get a note, and then we'll start by getting the back box off, and then work our way back. So it shouldn't be too bad because this exhaust has already been changed, but the Cobra catback that's on it is what, like 6-7 years old?
Pretty much come out the factory.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So how old is this? 57, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so about 14 years old then. But we took the other ones off. They weren't really too much drama on the back box, so the further you get up, shouldn't be any worse. The standard ones are just bastards, so I'm glad that they've been changed. So yeah, start up then. Oh, I mean, it's quiet as anything now. I mean, you could just watch the back. Just watch the back box video and then you'll get a nice little clip of it, but some okay. But yeah, you know there ain't much to that. So hopefully because we've got the Japspeed, I mean the back box is half the size of the standard Subaru one, and there's no middle silence. Oh, there is a little silencer on that, but it should be a bit louder. Because you know the score with Subarus, don't you? They've got to be loud. Quiet Subarus aren't worth having. Subarus have got to be ASBO. So let's get started. Obviously, we've already removed the back box, so them bolts are not seized or anything. They're literally brand new bolts, and with a brand new gasket, so there's no dramas there. But I mean, the issues might occur on the ones right back to the cat, but it should be fine. So after an entire, I don't know, 43.5 seconds, the back box is gone. 4 hangers on it. These brand new hangers anyway, so they weren't no drama. So what's the centre?
No, I'm gonna find out in a minute. I can get a socket on it. I don't know how they put this on. I think I put it on in one piece. Right, so I take it off in one piece.
Yeah, we can get it off in one piece. There's no axles or anything for it to go over, so. What are they up there, 17s?
No, they're tiny.
What are they?
13.
13?
Yeah. Yeah, 13.
Damn.
See how tight they are first. Oh.
Shut up.
I need a spanner.
Were they truly that loose?
Yeah.
What size spanner do you need?
13.
Excuse my nose, you'll hear me sniffing and sneezing quite a lot, but I think hay fever's doing me quite bad so far.
Yeah. So you can see in the visualization of the pipes what I was explaining. That one's pushed back a little bit, so I can compare them. Push that one back a bit. You can see in the diameter of the pipes that the Japspeed is bigger, not too much bigger. But yeah, it's got a centre silencer, but that shouldn't be too loud because it's straight through. But you have to bolt this up to begin with because this hasn't got a hanger, so you can't bolt it straight to the cat. But yeah, should be fine.
Should be sound.
This whole system is meant to have a decat. It's a full decat system, but I'm just doing as I said in the intro, just doing the catback. So we're running the original flange. The new flange of the Japspeed is meant to bolt straight on with a gasket to the decat. Obviously we've got the OEM cat in, and it's got a donut gasket. So hopefully that doesn't leak. It's wound down as tight as I can get it, so it reduces the chance of it leaking. Middle section's on with the hanger on. Now let's just go to the back box and get that on. Yeah. Mid box is up in place. The section all the way down to the middle. Just got to get this section all done. Sits on these hangers quite nicely. It's not too bad of a fitment. Let's get these gaskets in and the bolts in, and then we can put the tips on. Yay. This is the quickest exhaust we've ever done.
I think it's gone quicker.
You think?
Changing that Japspeed one for the skunk.
True, that was quick.
That was quick, wasn't it?
Let's get it done, laddie.
Now on the final stage, and he's just clamping down the 4" of tips. Had to cut a little bit more out of the bumper because it sits slightly different to the standard JDM back box, and it's got bigger tips, so I did have to cut a little bit more out, but they actually stick out the bumper this time though, instead of being like in 2 fucking miles. So fair play. It looks fairly tidy. The only thing I would recommend to Japspeed is, can you imagine some burnt tips on them? It would look sick, wouldn't it? Some nice blue burnt tips would look so cool. But other than that, it's pretty good. Can't really complain. So for what Japspeed is like a budget-ish brand. This whole system with the decat came to 400 quid, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not bad at all for a whole exhaust, and the fitment's been pretty good. Haven't had no issues. So just got to start it up.
Fingers crossed it's decent.
It is still quite quiet. That's semi-warmish idle.
It's cold as fuck, I think.
Stinky.
Huh?
Stinky. It's that new exhaust smell, isn't it? Not bad. Do you want to get under and check that middle section?
Nothing.
Huh?
No noises.
Perfect then.
So that is the exhaust done on the Scooby. Gave her a clean up. She's looking fine. Definitely sits a lot better with those 4 tips. Not the loudest, but I still don't know why it's not loud. This should have made it louder, but it's not really that loud. It's a bit louder, it's more reverbal, but I think we need to do the decat to make it loud. Now, that'll do. Doesn't look too bad. I still don't like the way the left hand side sits here. It sits kind of down and tilted. The right side sits perfectly. Maybe there's a little bit more adjustment in it, but I like how it's looking. Definitely 4 tips is better than the one single tip. But yeah, if you did like this video, please like, subscribe, see more videos on the Scooby and the Civic and Ollie in there in the background. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.